Hey, Wanderers. Hope you're doing well. We're here with another Sunday One Take, and this one's a little bit of a chaotic one. So we are scheduled to go to New York City tomorrow to see Les Mis at Radio City Music Hall. It's been on the books for a while, but as the world sits today, prices have not fallen. Now, if you remember, we used the Frontier GoWild pass in order to get to a lot of places. That worked out fairly well. But the thing of it is that you got to wait till 24 hours before the flight to get the best pricing, $13, $15 for a flight.
It's worth waiting for.
It's worth waiting for, except that sometimes, and you have to be able to roll with this if your plans change, the flights did not open yet. We haven't seen any GoWild options on the flights for tomorrow. And other airline options like American that we use from time to time, United, all those others sit at about $1,000 a person.
That's a lot of money for 2.5
for $300 worth of show tickets. Here's the question. So where do you go if your plans fall apart? Or what makes it worthwhile to you? How far are you willing to travel in order to get enough time in a location to make it worth your while? Because whether you fly or whether you drive, getting there and getting back, there's always a little bit of pain involved, right? The journey, while it might be part of it, is also often the most difficult part of it. Then you get to where you're going, you have fun doing what you're going to do, seeing a show, laying out by the pool, whatever. But how much time do you have to have in place to make all that effort worthwhile?
I think it depends on how far you're going to drive. I'm thinking a weekend I'm going to drive, and I don't think I would go more than 5 or 6 hours, and I'd want to spend at least 3 days.
Okay, at least 3 days. So 3 days, you're minimum.
I mean, 3 days, 2 nights in a hotel.
Well, so you're not willing to go somewhere, spend a couple hours, and then come back?
No, although
like a day
feel
trip.
like we've probably done that.
We've done that in Chicago and Baltimore for very specific reasons. Flights were involved but and that was a different time, right?
And that's different. If you're going to fly, you're going to get there faster. But now you have to worry about layovers because you can't get from A to B almost at all anymore.
And that's the change I was leading to.
Yeah.
When we did one day in Chicago and flew home, when we did one day in Baltimore to go to the seafood festival back home, those were both direct flights. They just really don't exist anymore. You're still looking at investing 5 to 7 hours.
Which is your whole
Because
day.
You're flying somewhere. There's the layover you talked about. That could be 4 hours. And sometimes you'll see these flights with a layover and the timing overall doesn't look bad. It's like, oh, it's 4 hours. There's a layover to get there. Folks, pro tip, if you haven't heard this before, if it's under a 1 hour layover, don't take it.
No.
Don't risk it. I have been there when you come to the closed gate and you see your plane backing away. Mm-hmm. Those short layovers are just not worth it. And yet somehow airlines are still able to post 57-minute layovers in Atlanta or in Dallas or Denver or places that are just way too large. If you are even 5 minutes delayed, and they count their time as the time their wheels hit the ground, not when you get to the gate.
And is there ever a flight not delayed?
It doesn't seem like it anymore.
Even if the flight's not delayed, you land and there's no gate.
So back to the question, if you're flying, you're most likely going to look at a layover. So you could be looking at anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. That's a long day. So that's one day chewed up. So you're on the ground, you get a full day. So, and here's the thing, right? You're on the ground, you get that first day, most likely you're getting there, you're going to get charged for a hotel night, and you're probably going to get between 2 hours or less actually within that day in that hotel.
If I'm flying, I actually want more time on the ground. I want to spend another day, make it a 4-day. To
one
be
day on
worth
the front and back.
I want a day to travel, 2 days there, a day to travel. And that's my minimum. If I'm driving, I'll do a 3-day because I know I can leave in the morning, stop for lunch, drive 4 or 5 hours, still get there at a reasonable time.
Okay. But you're limiting your drive time to 4 or 5 hours. So you've just, you've made a very nice circle around where you can go within that period of time. And that's the limitation of where you can travel.
If we're talking, I only have 3 days, I'm going to drive 4 hours.
I think that would be my limit too, especially for me, at least, even more so with driving. If you put 8 hours into a drive, you got somewhere. I just feel like my body is so out of balance and tired that even if I do get that first day, even though I've gotten there, I still feel that hangover from all that driving.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah. Even though there's no alcohol involved.
Yeah.
But it's a tiredness hangover and it eats into that first day that you've got. And then there's just that feeling of dread to doing it all again in a very short period of time. Yeah. Flying isn't necessarily better because it's so frustrating and a lot of it is very anxiety driven because when those layovers, you're trying to make them, you got to be on time. But it's a different kind of tired. It's more of a mental tired, where driving's more of a physical tired. So I think I agree with you. I think I could do a 1 day. We do that Vegas turn all the time, but the direct flight from here to Vegas is a nighttime flight.
Yeah,
So it leaves here at 9. You get into Vegas about 10:45 because there's a
but
3-hour
that's like
time difference.
2 a.m. in my body.
You have that lag on your body. But there is a trade-off on both sides. I agree with you. A 5-hour driving, so that puts a very tight circumference on where you can travel to. And then I can do a little bit longer for flying. I could do the 1 day on the ground.
But now that's only if you get the $16 GoWild. The shortest time that I'll spend is 3 days
On a drive.
I want to drive 4 or 5 hours max. 3 days, I want to drive.
Okay, so flying, if you get the good rate, 1 day.
No,
2 days.
Even flying, I want 2 days.
Okay, so you've thought about it a little bit more. Your answer's expanding.
Yeah, if I'm flying, I want 2 days because I think in my head, I know I'm going to lose time.
Yeah,
you're going to lose time.
I recover a lot better, I think, than you do on those time variations because I've done it so many times. Yeah. It just doesn't really
And I really like my sleep.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so I think we're in agreement. I can get behind both of those time estimations, and we'll see where our tomorrow brings us as to whether or not we're flying to New York or we're flying somewhere else. We've got a backup plan that involves both driving and flying. We have a plan A, New York City. We have a plan B and a plan C. We won't talk about those. We'll see which one it comes to. Let us know down in the comments, what are your limitations? What is the maximum amount of time that you'll do driving, and how much time do you need in the location to make it worthwhile, to make it worth the effort? And what about flying? How long are you willing to fly in a day, and how long do you have to be in the location before you turn around and fly again? Let us know down in the comments. Stay wonder worthy.